Other one, today I'm going to be looking at Bates Motel, episode 8 of the 5th and final season. Now we can tell that everything is sort of winding down. Last episode, two big things happened. First, I'll talk about just a little minor storyline is we find out what happened with Romero. He's being taken care of by some friend that he knows, and his friend kind of got rid of his gun, and he's out there looking for it. So my theories on this is he's either gonna find his gun and make his way out and shoot his friend, because he's in a different mindset now, because he's just out there to get Norman. But he may end up finding a gun and is just healing up and then leaving and going after Norman. That's pretty much what I think is going to happen in that. And then we see after the aftermath of Norman killing Sam, Norman went with his mother to dispose Sam's body, but when they got there, they found that everybody is in that lake, and they've uncovered that they're finding bodies in there, and they found a whole bunch of bodies. They haven't said which bodies they have found. They said they found a whole bunch of bodies in that lake. So they went there to dump. Sam in there, but they can't do that anymore because everybody found the location and they digged up. So if somebody dies, they got to find a new location. So they end up dumping Sam's body in like this well. And they get back to the Bates Motel, and they find the sheriff is there, and Sheriff Green, and she's asking Norman questions, and she's being kind of suspicious on his motives because he's acting kind of suspicious. He can't cover up his lies, and she can see right through him. At least I could see that she's seeing right through him. So they got the sheriff as being really suspicious on Norman. And other than that, we finally had Dylan and Norman face to face after 2 years of not seeing each other. We had Dylan come to the Bates house where he can actually grieve and see that his mother's not there anymore. And on the other thing, other than him kind of taking it all in, but he doesn't really have a lot of time to grieve because he has to deal with Norman because he's family. So he's there asking him questions, trying to see what's going on in his life. Norman ends up telling him about Madeleine, and because she comes and visits him, and Dylan just tells her that he's in no condition. He's kind of mentally ill, and he has to take care of her. So I respected that scene because it's just his way of saying don't get near Norman or you may end up dead. So he was, I guess, protecting her life that way. But I still think that she might end up dead somehow before the end here. Sad to say, because I like her character, and I like the relationship between the two of them, even though it's Norman, so it's not going to end well with those. It doesn't end well with anybody that Norman is romantically into. So other than that, with Dylan kind of catching up with Norman's life, he finds out that his doctor, which was a big twist, because we saw this in the last couple episodes, we saw that Norman was following up with his doctor. In this episode, we find out that he's presumed dead, and that was a big twist. So, without a doubt, I think that Norman killed him somehow off camera. But that might be revealed in the final episodes or not. But the whole scene we saw Norman talking to his doctor, that was all in his head. So at the end, Dylan kind of confronted Norman and Norman, Mother took over Norman, and Mother tried to kill Dylan in the end, but Norman stopped everything before. But Dylan did get like a little bruise on his head. Other than that, after Norman stopped his mother from killing Dylan, Norman makes a call and he admits to 911 that he killed Sam Loomis. So that's kind of where we're starting off. We're dealing with the final 3 episodes here, so I think that we still need to see Caleb, because Caleb's still involved with the story. Last we heard from Caleb was he was going to hotwire a car for Norman or something like that, and he's developing a novel or some kind of story, and I think it's going to be called Psycho. If he survives this story, he's going to have a novel, and I think it's going to be called Psycho. Just to throw it out there. And other than that, those storylines, and other than the... I didn't say Caleb, I meant to say it's not Caleb that is writing the story, it's Cheek. Cheek's writing a novel, and I think it's going to be called Psycho. If he survives these next couple episodes, we haven't seen Cheek for a couple episodes. I think he may pop in pretty soon. So other than that, let's get started and watch episode 8 of Bates Motel. Now the sheriff's going to be involved.
Norman, I'm going to need you to talk to me about the call you made.
He made the call?
Can you open your eyes? Can you look at me?
He did make the call.
What you said to me about Sam Loomis, that is very serious. I'm going to take you down to the station.
And my medication.
Right. I'm going to have Deputy Baker get your medication.
The brother's probably going to fill everybody with cop in on everything.
Norman, sir, I need you to sit down.
Have a seat.
Norman, you don't have to do this. Norman, listen to me, Norman.
Get him in the car. I'm taking Norman to the station voluntarily.
He has the right to a lawyer.
He does. And when he makes that request, that right will be granted.
Norman, please just listen to me, okay? I'm gonna get you a lawyer. All right, just don't say anything until your lawyer gets there. Do you understand? Norman, please, just tell me that you understand what I'm saying. You have to let me help you, okay?
It's nice having his brother look out for
Please
him.
let me help you. Gotta go.
This is the only family he has left, and he's trying to protect him.
Last time, you pointed here.
I'm sorry, Sheriff, but I just
man,
was not exactly myself that night.
Okay.
Imagine what that sheriff has to go through. God.
You say you drove past Falls Lake.
All those dead
that night.
bodies were
Yes.
done by you?
We pulled 2 bodies from the lake that night. Jim Blackwell, as I told you, and an unidentified female. I'm starting to think you're making it up.
Making it up?
I'm not.
I've seen the way you live. You had a crazy mother who left you a failing business. You've developed this strange adult affect to present maturity, but from where I'm sitting, you're a child.
Sheriff, I am lonely.
You just confessed to some murders and you don't believe them?
And I have spent the last 2 years pretending to know more than I do. But I am not lying about this. I killed Sam Loomis.
And a lot of other people.
And I watched his eyes go blank. I did. Me. Norman. I did that. That is one thing that I know for sure.
Well, good for you, Norman, for taking your badge finally. Or you might be too... Your condition... Oh.
What did you do? You were gonna hurt Dylan.
So what? He abandoned you.
He's my brother.
I'm the only one that you have. I'm declaring war.
It's gonna take a lot more medicine to get rid of all. Oh man.
Not deserving of your kind soul.
Oh, Norman actually. Norman directed this episode.
I know you tried. I know you did. You tried so hard for such a long
All the cast members have been directing
time.
episodes,
You are in a
and
big,
the creator
big
had a cameo.
Norman, you are. Forgive me.
Really?
Okay. Okay.
And it, you know, and we're seeing the perspective of his mind, but
I'm gonna wake you up when
that's really just him doing all of it.
rest up.
Look, Norman is nice, okay? He's kind, he's a good person. Right? He has another side to him. You know, I don't know what you'd call it, maybe multiple personalities or something, but he changes. You know, 2 years ago, things got really bad, and my mom wouldn't deal with it, so I
Talking
left.
to a lawyer.
What kind of things were happening?
Well, my mother-in-law came and stayed at the motel, and we haven't seen her since.
That your nice brother.
Last night, he hit me in the head with a water glass. It's what he's always needed. You know, he's crazy. He's not a bad person. He's not a criminal. He's crazy.
Well, I mean, the series wouldn't end with him just being walked away. Kind of like the end of Psycho, where he's just in a mental place. That's not how they would end the show.
How you feeling, Norman?
Peachy keen, thanks for asking.
Glad to hear it.
Oh no,
What
it's
happened there?
Mother.
So you're requesting a lawyer now?
Actually, Jane, I think I'd rather leave. I mean, I know I said a bunch of crazy stuff, but that's just what happens to me when I stop taking my meds. So I do apologize if I've inconvenienced you, but I'd very much like to go home now.
Well, I can understand why you might want to go home, but you confessed to murder. So we need to talk more about that.
Well, don't attack
Norman
the
Bates, you're
sheriff.
under arrest for the murder of Sam Loomis.
Excuse me?
You have the right to remain silent.
What?
Anything
No,
you
hold
say
on. You
can and
can't
will
do
be
that.
used against
I
you in
was
a court of
making
law.
it up.
You have
I
the
was
right to an
just
attorney.
upset
If
because
you
my
cannot
brother
afford an
showed up
attorney,
out of
one will
nowhere and he can be a
provided
real
for
asshole.
you.
Where's your proof? Where is it? Show me proof.
I don't have to show you proof,
Right.
Norman. That's not how this works.
Saw the hubbub.
The motel is closed for business, sir.
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
It's an active crime scene, sir.
Yeah, well, I
Crimson.
have business with the motel owner. Is he dead?
What's your name, sir?
Whatever.
Your name, please?
Hogan.
It's not funny,
Charles
but
Hogan. You can call me Chick. I'm bringing these animals to taxidermy. So is this a murder investigation then?
I'm not allowed to disclose that information.
Wouldn't give a hell about who I was if it weren't a murder investigation. You don't need to say anything. You already did.
dude, calm down, man. Well, come on, man. You saw his basement with dead. I mean, did you not think that people were going to catch on? I mean,
Please
gee,
remove the
that's not
handcuffs.
normal.
Standard procedure.
It's Mother talking.
If we do this, you work for me. I don't know what he told you, but I'm guessing it's something about how I must be nuts, how I need to be medicated, blah, blah, blah.
Something to that
But
effect,
if your
yes.
plan is to put me in a mental institution, you can walk right out that door.
You didn't just confess to murder, Norman. You said there was a body, and you gave him a location of where they could find that body. So they're gonna do a thorough search. And if they don't find anything, we should be fine. Someone else would have to have killed Sam Loomis.
Something else. Don't blame it on Madeleine. Don't bring her into that.
desperately in love with this married woman, Madeleine Loomis. She's
Don't
Sam's
mention
wife.
her.
I know who
Don't-
Madeleine Loomis is.
Don't mention her.
Boy, was I lonely after my mother died.
Wonder if we're gonna get another Madeleine Norman scene.
Madeleine was a very lonely woman, too, with good reason, because Sam was having an affair. And I know this because he would come to my motel to have his fun. Nasty, nasty, nasty man.
Not now it went down.
But then, Madeleine came back later that night. Distraught,
Oh, don't. You're blaming it on her.
shaking, she seemed in shock.
Don't blame it on her. Jeez.
She's terrified. She's said that she thought
You're gonna
her
blame the
life was
murder on
over,
her.
That she could
Come
feel
on
this
now.
noose tightening around her neck because of what she'd done. And she told me Sam was dead.
I'm disappointed in you, Norman.
Bill Sheriff.
How could you blame
She
Madeleine?
was so vulnerable, and I suppose after my mother's death, not being able to save her, I wanted things to be different for Madeleine, and that is why I decided to take the blame.
She's not gonna buy it. I don't think she believes you, though. It's what people that
I
are
know we
guilty
reached
do.
out to
They
you earlier about your
they
husband's
try to blame
whereabouts.
other people.
No one gave me any information.
So she'd be the only
Why
one
are you
he
looking
can point
for
the fingers
We
at.
have reason to believe that something might have happened to him.
What do you mean?
Last night he called the station and said he killed your husband. We have no evidence to suggest that your husband's dead, but he does appear to be missing.
She wouldn't believe it.
I felt an obligation to tell you what I know.
What a shocker that must be.
Are you sure?
I've only known him for a few weeks. He likes my store. He bought paint and shower curtains for his motel.
Put Norman back in the interrogation room.
Well, his lawyer says he's not talking anymore.
Doesn't mean he should be
What's the
comfortable.
news?
Hey,
He's
it's Sam
dead.
Loomis. Leave me a message. I'll get right back to you.
You need to call me back. The police are looking for you. They said something happened. They were. I don't
He
know.
ain't gonna
Call
answer.
me that, please. Just.
That's creepy.
We pulled 2 bodies out of Falls Lake a couple days ago. We just identified one of them
Audrey?
as Audrey Ellis.
Are you sure?
Emma's
Yeah.
mom.
Dental records confirmed.
Oh, Romero. Oh my God. What if he visited him in jail and it was the opposite situation? Maybe not. Remembering who somebody was is a lot different than thinking somebody's actually still alive after they died. I guess he never got closure in it. Don't think he ever will. Is he sleeping in her bed? Guess it's a way to grieve. It's like that place is haunted.
He killed his mother.
And he loved her.
Don't kill him, man. No. Why do you have a gun to his head?
So,
He's not doing anything to you.
I'm gathering that it was probably very hard for you to get here, and that you're feeling a little miffed that Norman's not home.
Where is he?
So my sources tell me that last night he confessed to murder.
Person.
I'm writing a book!
Oh, don't piss him off with a
Says
gun.
the
He has a
escaped
gun in your face.
convict.
Oh my.
He dug her up. He dug her up. You must have had the foresight to move her before the cops came and searched the house. Looking at you standing there. The sheriff who's escaped from prison on a mission to avenge the woman he loves. More surprise than the brain would allow you to imagine.
Oh, come on. Sad he had to go like that. Romero had to kill somebody. They're gonna find the body? That's him. God, his feet are hanging out. Good, I wouldn't drink water from that well.
We're charging you additionally with the murders of Jim Blackwell and Audrey Ellis. You don't need to say a thing.
And a lot of other people too. Well, you can really tell that things are winding down for this show. Norman is really paying the price of murdering all those people. You know, he being charged with at least 3 counts of people that they found so far. But we know as an audience that there's been more, a lot more. There was Emma's mother. It's just sad that he's killed all these people, good people too. But I think for the character and for what he's done, he is where he needs to be. I know that's not where he's going to end up, but right now, mental illness or no mental illness, he needs to pay for all the people that he has killed. You know, even if these people have done bad things. And like I said, as it's winding down, we see that Romero finally got out, and he has really bad timing, of course, because Norman's. See how things have got flipped? Now he's in jail, and Romero's out there looking for him. It's all flipped now. So now Romero knows that he's in jail, so maybe he'll pop up and give him a visit when he's in jail. Next week it'll be like a reversal kind of thing. But Romero at no point, he just shoots Cheek, just because he's annoying and because he sides with Norman in some issues. What a way for Cheek to go. I guess Romero had to kill somebody, and I don't think he's going to be successful at getting his revenge on Norman. Something's going to happen with that. So if Romero had to kill somebody, I guess it's Cheek, because he's the only other extra character on the show. Right now, the relationship with Madeleine and Norman Bates, it's probably not a good one. It started out good, but I have a feeling we're going to lose another character in the next episode because it's winding down. All the extras that are going to be, all the required people for the series finale will be in the series finale. But I think, well, they're charging Norman for all the crimes, so they're not going to be accusing Madison of it. But I hope she gets a little bit closer with her character. I don't know what's really going to happen with her. I thought she was going to end up dead. It'd be great if she didn't die, because there needs to be someone in the hands of all this that didn't get affected with Norman and his psychosis. He managed to kill a lot of people that he was romantically into, and I hope she gets out of it alive. But I hope we get closer with her character as well, even though she's more of a side character. I really liked Cheek's character. Sad to see him go, because that novel's never going to get written. It will later be called Psycho by Alfred Hitchcock. But other than that, you can tell that everything is winding down into the last 2 episodes. I think he's going to get out of jail some way, and then Romero and Norman will have a face-off, and there'll be a face-off with Dylan and Norman. Probably because so Norman probably gets out of jail somehow. I mean, I don't know how you would get out of jail when you have all those murders against you, but I think he'll get out before the series finale, and then we'll have confrontation between Romero and Dylan again. Other than that, I'm excited to see what happens in the second to the last episode of this series. Check next week, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on episode 9. Other than that, if you guys like this review, hit the like button. It will ensure that in the future I make more reactions similar to the show. Other than that, you guys can hit the subscribe button on YouTube and hit the little bell to be notified every time I have a new reaction. There should be new reaction coming out every single day for this season. This season is season 1. It's 112 episodes that will be released. If you look in my description, it will tell you what episode we are on as far as my reactions go. You guys can also go to my Patreon, where you guys will get additional benefits by being a Patreon of my channel. Other than that, I'll look forward to seeing you guys in tomorrow's reaction and review.